Hello, and welcome to the December installment of Construction Junction presented to you by MSU Infrastructure Planning and Facilities. If you have any comments or questions concerning this presentation, or have suggestions on how we might improve, please let us know via the feedback box on the Construction Junction webpage located at the address on the screen. The agenda for the December presentation will begin with updates on which projects are going to the next two Board of Trustees meetings. There will then be an informational presentation on the campus snow plan. We will then have several new project presentations. And lastly, we will have updates on the various ongoing projects. Beginning with the December BOT meeting, the projects going to the board will be, for Step 2, authorization to proceed, Student Services window and HVAC upgrades, Cook Hall building renovations, and Wells Hall induction unit replacement Phase 2. And for Step 3, bid and contract award, Wilson Road extension. Moving on to the February BOT meeting, the projects going to the board will include, for Step 2, authorization to proceed, Dairy Research Complex electrical distribution, International Center revitalization, campus water system improvements, Service Road field building construction, Demonstration Hall multi-use court floor alterations, IM Sports West indoor turf surface replacement, IM Sports East renovations, construction of an all-seasons rink, and replacement of windows in the Biochemistry building. And for Step 3, bid and contract award, Communication Arts and Sciences roof replacement, and Olin Health Center student wellness. We began this month's presentation with an overview of the campus snow plan. We all know that Michigan winters can be unpredictable, and so when conditions warrant, we ask that you practice good snow safety by giving yourself extra time to travel to work, driving carefully, dressing warmly, wearing sensible shoes with good traction, being extra aware of where you are walking and the condition of your path, shortening the length of your stride, and remembering to check the forecast before heading outside. For your safety, please remember to not dart in front of or behind snow removal equipment. It is large, loud, and difficult to stop quickly. And please make eye contact with snow removal equipment operators before crossing in front of them. The university uses a combination of brine and ice melt compound to combat icy conditions. Brine solution works by preventing adhesion of snow to hard surfaces, while ice melt is used on ice that has already formed. Often both are used in combination to speed the time it takes for the melting compound to take effect. If you see any icy spots on campus, please report them by calling Contact MSU at 353-1855. Please remember that it does take time for ice melt compound to take effect. We ask that the campus community partner with IPF crews to help ensure everyone's safety by applying ice melt compound to areas outside of building entrances if they see slick spots. This helps avoid incidents until our crews have had a chance to clear the area. There are marked buckets of ice melt compound available at all entrances for this purpose. However, we also ask that you please be judicious with your use of ice melt in order to minimize the environmental impacts. Please do not park so close to sidewalks that your vehicle's bumper hangs over it. This makes clearing the sidewalk with our motorized equipment impossible. We also ask that you avoid parking in sections of lots that have not yet been cleared, either parking in already cleared areas or waiting for our crews to finish clearing the lot before parking. We remind everyone that parking is prohibited in Residence Hall loops from 2 to 6 a.m. Our crews have a formidable task ahead of them after a snow event, and keeping these areas free from vehicles helps removal efforts go more smoothly and quickly. Again, if you see icy or dangerous spots on campus, please report them to Contact MSU at 353-1855. For more information about MSU snow removal plans, visit ipf.msu.edu. There you can find information on snow and ice removal services, as well as our environmentally green efforts. We thank you for helping us keep MSU safe during the upcoming winter season. We begin the new project presentations with the plan to improve the campus water system. This facility will be located in the service district in the area just east of the T.B. Simon power plant. In December of 2016, the Board of Trustees authorized planning for upgrades to the campus water system to improve the palatability and aesthetics of the water supply. There were several possible solutions proposed, including an iron filtration plant with an elevated storage tank, an on-site water softening plant, and purchase of treated water from local municipalities. After extensive analysis, the most cost-effective option was the iron filtration plant with the elevated storage. Once this option was chosen, it was time to decide upon the most effective location for the plant and tank. There were 5 possible sites considered, including the area just west of the engineering building near the existing water reservoir, the area just south of Trowbridge Road near the Communication Arts and Sciences parking ramp, the area east of the power plant, and 2 locations east of Farm Lane near the Pavilion. Analysis of each site's pros and cons resulted in the selection of the area near the power plant. The site is in the service district, will have no impact on pedestrian traffic, and has good access to existing well water and water distribution lines. However, there will be some additional cost in remediation of the existing soil conditions. Construction is planned to begin in July of 2018, with expected completion by November of 2019. Here are some artist renderings of the plant and its associated storage tank from different vantage points around campus. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the Campus Water System Improvement Project can be directed to the project representative, Bob Nessel. Next is the project to update electrical distribution to the Dairy Research Complex. The Dairy Research Complex is located in the Agricultural District. This project is necessary in order to increase the reliability of electrical service to the complex and to reduce the number of service outages. The goals of the project include the removal of service outages that originate from within the complex and improvements to electrical safety, improvements to standby power operations, and upgrade of electrical service equipment where needed. The scope of the project will include the replacement of existing overhead power lines with underground infrastructure, the upgrade of electrical service to key facilities, remedy of known problem points, and establishment of a single point of connection for future standby power support during consumer energy outages. Impacts to complex occupants will include brief power interruptions during temporary power connection times and periodic impacts to normal paths of travel in and around the complex during construction. Construction is scheduled to begin in the fall of 2018 with expected completion by May of 2019. Here you see some examples of existing overhead distribution lines that will be replaced as part of this project. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the Dairy Research Complex project can be directed to the construction representative, Chris Barnes. Next is the project to renovate Jenison Fieldhouse. Jenison Fieldhouse is located in the Athletic and Recreation District. This project is necessary as the Fieldhouse is home to the majority of scholarship Olympic sports teams at the university and has a rich history. However, history is not what impresses today's Division I athletes. Most of the university's revenue sports facilities have been renovated within the last decade, and it is now imperative to upgrade this facility to remain competitive. The goals of the project include creation of functional, flexible, and collaborative spaces for the coaching staff and teams, recruitment enhancement, and creation of an interactive entry. The scope of the project will include complete remodel of the second level, partial renovations to portions of levels 3 and 4, replacement of windows, which are aged and inefficient, improvements to wayfinding, and improvements to security. Impacts to building occupants will include maintenance of access to and occupancy of the facility, the installation of temporary partitions for internal pedestrian traffic and access to elevators, construction fencing on the northeast corner of the facility, minimal parking impacts at the north end of the south parking lot for placement of the construction trailer, temporary scheduled rerouting at building entrances, and noise and dust typical of a construction project of this size. However, dust control measures will be in place. All necessary utility shutdowns will be communicated and coordinated well in advance. Construction is scheduled to begin in February of 2018, with expected completion by January of the following year. Here you see photos of the existing second floor lobby and office wings. The first floor plan highlighting the areas affected by construction, those on the second floor, and lastly on the third floor. Here is an enlarged graphic of the academic room, which replaces current room 209. Here you see some artist renderings of the various renovated spaces. The project will also involve some minor facelift changes to the main entryway into the facility. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the Jenison Fieldhouse project can be directed to the project representative, Jeff Kastorf. Next is the project to replace windows in the Biochemistry building. Biochemistry is located in the Central Academic District. This project is necessary as the existing windows in Biochemistry date to the building's construction in 1964 and no longer provide adequate insulation or weather protection. The goals of the project include the replacement of windows with efficient thermally broken units, which respect the dimensions, proportions, and finish of the original building design. Along with replacement, the units on the south side of the structure will also have their existing solar shades replaced with gray tinted glass to upgrade their appearance. The scope of the project includes the replacement of 278 windows, the abatement of existing caulking, the restoration of finished surface plaster as necessary, the replacement of broken interior stone sills, and the installation of new blinds. Impacts to building occupants will include the availability of building areas during construction except individual rooms while they are being worked on, installation of a temporary overhead structure at the barrier-free entrance, temporary pedestrian walkway installation, and closing of 6 parking spaces at the south end of the building. The loading dock will remain accessible for the entirety of the project. Construction is scheduled to begin in May of 2018 with anticipated completion by October of the same year. Here is a view of the existing south side of the facility, the north side of the building, and an example of some of the existing window units being replaced. Interior sills show signs of plaster deterioration, along with cracked stone sills. Existing blinds will also be replaced as part of this project. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the Biochemistry window project can be directed to the design representative, Kristen Pennock. We now begin our construction updates with the Interdisciplinary Science and Technology building construction project. This project is located in the South Academic District in the former location of Parking Lot 90. Accomplishments during the month of November included the completion of steel erection through the 7th floor and pouring of the concrete decks. Impacts to the campus community during December will include continued heavy construction traffic on Surface Road. Here you see the beginning of the basement interior masonry walls, the raising of steel and pumping of concrete to the 3rd floor, the pouring of the concrete flooring, and the installation of tarps to enclose the structure for winter work. For those of you who would like to follow the progress of construction on this project, please check out the live webcam site at the address on the screen. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the ISTB project can be directed to the construction representative, Carol Kuhl. Next, we have an update on the Business College Complex addition. The Business College Complex is located in the Central Academic District. Accomplishments during the month of October included the completion of mass excavation, the progress of foundation work on the north side, and the commencement of foundation wall installation on the south side. Impacts to the campus community during December will include the continued closure of the sidewalks traveling north and south between Shaw Hall and the Business College Complex. Here you see the southern foundation in construction, with the backfilling of the southern foundation, and the installation of rebar for the western wall. Here is the site logistics plan showing the areas of construction and pedestrian and traffic impacts. For those of you who would like to follow the progress of construction on this project, please check out the live webcam site at the address on the screen. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the Business College Complex addition can be directed to the construction representative, Tony Rhodes. Next, we have an update on the Food Processing Innovation Center project. This project is located off campus on Hulett Road. Accomplishments during the month of November included the enclosure of the facility, the completion of interior drywall and painting, and the commencement of finishing work. There are no additional impacts expected in December. Here you see the loading dock concrete approach in its complete form, and progress continuing on the process prep room, along with the food prep room. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the Food Processing Innovation Center project can be directed to the construction representative, Tony Rhodes. Next, we have an update on the solar carport project. This project involves several parking lots throughout South Campus. Accomplishments during the month of November included the completion of canopy erection and installation of solar panels, wiring, and equipment in lots 83, 89, 91, 92, and 100, completion of lighting in lots 89 and 92, partial energizing of the lighting in lots 83, 91, and 100 with expected full completion by December 8th, and the receipt of test energy at the power plant from lots 89, 92, and 100. The target date for full commercial generation is December 15th. Impacts to the campus community during December will include continued fencing of areas for restoration activities, the planned reopening of all lot faces by December 15th, and the removal of all staging materials and equipment by the end of the month. Here are some shots of the completed lot areas along with the main solar power collection equipment. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the solar carport project can be directed to the construction representative, Chris Barnes. Lastly, we have an update on the project to add an addition to the Engineering Research Complex. The Engineering Research Complex is located in the South Academic District. Accomplishments during the month of November included the completion of steel siding installation, the installation of interior colored concrete flooring, the commencement of mechanical and electrical components in the addition, and the installation of new carpet, paint, and ceilings in the front office. Impacts to the campus community during December will include continued construction traffic along the east side of the building. Here you see the completed steel siding installation with temporary heating connection. Interior mechanical and electrical components are in the process of installation. Pumps and piping serving the chillers are complete. And examples of some of the interior finishing work. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the Engineering Research Complex addition can be directed to the construction representative, Ken Gottschalk. This concludes the December Construction Junction presentation. We encourage you to visit the Infrastructure Planning Facilities website at www.ipf.msu.edu. There you will find information on construction and maintenance alerts, detour information, construction junction information, project, and contact information. There are also a number of other IPF resources available, including listservs that you can subscribe to keep up to date with various IPF projects and events. Stay connected with IPF via social media. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, watch our videos on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram. Construction Junction presentations will be made available on the CJ website around the 7th of each month. We thank you for taking the time to check us out, and we hope you'll visit again.